This Brett spiked the dinner just to avoid going to school. He secretly added something extra into the meal and knocked his whole family out without hesitation. Then he rushed straight into his sister's room and gently nudged her foot. After making sure everyone was asleep, John dragged them onto a small cart one by one. Without a second thought, he dumped them into an abandoned air raid shelter in the woods. He had stumbled across this pit while playing in the forest earlier that day. Since the pit was pretty deep, he figured they would not be able to climb out anytime soon. When the next day finally came, his unconscious sister was the first to wake up. When she saw herself stuck in a strange pit, she quickly woke up the dad beside her. Dad? Dad, where are we? But Dad jolted upright in panic to see what was going on, and soon realized something was wrong. Poor John. Little did they know, John was enjoying himself at home right now. He even grabbed his parents' phones and canceled all their work commitments. Then he jumped into his dad's luxury car and stepped on the gas all the way to an ATM. He entered the bank card password from memory. When he saw there was over $700,000 in the account, John did not hesitate to withdraw $300 first. Then he headed straight to a fried chicken joint and bought a whole table full of his favorite fried chicken, enjoying the thrill of being in charge. But before he was even halfway done eating, the doorbell suddenly rang. To his surprise, it was his mom's friend at the door. Since his mom's phone had been turned off the whole time, she came by the house because she was worried. To keep his secret from being exposed, John hurriedly started making up lies. He said his parents took his sister to the hospital to visit his seriously ill grandpa, and because he had a tennis tournament next week, he stayed home by himself. Even though his mom's friend looked at him suspiciously, she thought kids would not lie, so she did not think much of it and drove away. But because of her visit, John suddenly remembered his family had not eaten for a whole day down in the pit, so he brought the leftover fried chicken and bottled water to the entrance. John! Oh, son, thank God you're okay. Are you hurt? Is the house okay? When they saw John standing there without moving, his parents thought he might be under some kind of threat, so they told him to hurry up and call the police. But John suddenly threw the food down instead. No, what are you doing? No. It was only then that the family realized John was behind all of this. Why'd you do it? You're in so much trouble, little man. So much trouble. Go break the fucking ladder, John, please. That instantly scared John, and he turned around and ran off. The three people in the pit had no choice but to figure out a way to escape on their own. The first thing they tried was forming a human ladder, hoping to send the older daughter up first. But even with all three stacked together, they were still almost a meter away from the top. With no other choice, they had to think of another plan. But soon something even more terrifying happened. A heavy rain suddenly started pouring from the sky, so the family was drenched in the pit all night. Thankfully, John still had a bit of conscience. Early the next morning, he brought some clothes to the entrance. Without saying a word, he tossed the clothes down. Right after that, he called up his best buddy and went cruising around the streets. Then they went to hang out at the pool. John believed that as long as his family stayed trapped in the pit, he would be the adult of the house and would not have to worry about school. Little did he know he was ruining his family. Don't walk. Because John was too busy having fun. He had not brought his family any food for 2 days. To survive, they had no choice but to chew on banana peels. John kept partying with his friend for another 2 days, until his best buddy got bored and wanted to go home. When he heard his friend was leaving, John immediately withdrew some cash and handed it over to him. It turned out John once overheard his parents say that adults maintain their friendships with money. Is this crazy? But right after John dropped his friend off, he noticed a car parked outside his house. It was his mom's friend visiting again. To keep her from noticing anything unusual, John warmly invited her inside. But the moment she stepped in, she sensed something was off. The house was a complete mess, like it had been robbed, and John even insisted that she stay the night. That immediately made the woman suspicious, so she quickly took out her phone and called John's mom. But the next second, the ringtone suddenly came from the